Born to Ride is brought to you in part by 866 Law Friend. Ride safe, ride smart. Offices in Palm Harbor.
Thanks for tuning in to Born to Ride TV. This week we have an exclusive on the all-new Harley-Davidson Milwaukee 8 engine experience. Find out how you can get a free Milwaukee 8 bandana. Then we take you for another look at Discovery Channel's Harley and the Davidsons with an exclusive interview with actor Bug Hall. All this and more here on Born to Ride.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Love Jugs, the most powerful and effective V-twin engine cooling system in the world. Get your Love Jugs at a dealer near you. Find out at love-jugs.com.
Hi, this is Evel Knievel, and you're watching Born to Ride.
It's Ron Gillette, executive producer. I want to thank you all for tuning in to Born to Ride TV, the longest running biker TV show in the world. I just want to say, remember to support the sponsors who keep this show on the air. And check out our website, borntoride.com. Like us on Facebook. Let us know if you want to be on this show, or maybe your company wants to be on this show. And remember, when you want to get a Harley-Davidson, the only place to get one is Warhorse Harley-Davidson of Ocala. So stay tuned for the fastest half hour on TV. It's Born to Ride, and it's all coming up right here, right now.
Our remaining new 2016 Harley-Davidsons have got to go. Warhorse has a deal you can't pass up. 0% interest for 100 months. There's never been a chance to enjoy your own personal freedom. Brand new bikes, full factory warranty, and 0% interest for 100 months. Not good at math? It means a $20,000 touring bike is only $200 per month. Need more info? Visit Warhorse Harley-Davidson in Ocala today. Better hurry to Warhorse Harley-Davidson in Ocala. This deal won't last long.
I want you to finish up those figures.
Hey, where have you been? Okay, are you ready?
No, you sure about that?
Absolutely, I promised you flesh.
The most interesting thing about Arthur was, to me, the fact that he was really a country boy at heart. The fact that he loved the outdoors and he was a fisherman. In fact, the first motorcycle they built was so that him and his brother and Bill could get to their fishing hole and back before supper. That was what motivated their first bike. And he's so charismatic and he's so charming. He's such a fast talker that you don't expect that he's also this just down-home country boy. And that to me was really special, because that's kind of who I am. Right? I grew up fishing and I grew up camping, and the fact that me and Arthur kind of share that was always special to me. Playing Arthur was really hard for me. I've always admired people that are really charming and charismatic and have like this, just that magnanimous personality. And I've always been kind of an introvert, you know. I get awkward in groups and I kind of turn in, you know. And so the challenge of the big chest and always ready to sort of face the conversation was really interesting to me as an actor, because it was so diametrically opposed to my natural disposition, which is funny because, you know, someone that has that natural disposition wouldn't even think twice about it. Right? Like, you drop Paul Newman in there and he just talks, and it's just you're drawn to it. The challenge of it was my favorite part, though, and really just kind of falling in love with who the guy was. He was so loved by everyone that ever wrote anything about him. But he was so fair and honest and just. That's what mattered most to me, I think, and that was my favorite part of the character.
I want you to finish up those figures.
Hey, where have you been? Okay, are you ready?
No, you sure about that?
Absolutely, I promised you flesh, and I shall deliver said flesh.
We're not gonna get in.
Of course we're getting in. Hey, when have I ever gotten us in trouble?
All the time.
Hey.
Wow.
so I Oh, I have such a way with me, away with me, away with me. I have such a nice little way with me. Do not think it's wrong. I should like you to play with me.
Incredible.
To play with me, come play with me.
Incredible.
I wish you'd come and play with me. Play with me all day long. One thing I ask for the
Her foot,
Shows the scale to the miniature gas explosion engine.
Anna held, like that, and you draw this.
I'm gonna figure this out, maybe use it for a school project.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. With your smarts, you don't need to go to college.
I'm trying to concentrate on it.
I wish you'd come and play with me.
Snuck in again, huh?
Such a way with me. Away with me. Away with me.
I've owned a lot of bikes. I've had 16 bikes. I've wrecked pretty much all of them. The first time I was ever on a bike, I was a baby. My dad would put me on the gas tank. He had a Honda Shadow, and I'd hold on to the tank. It's like my earliest memory. And he'd go cruising around the neighborhood. I still remember when I graduated to the back seat. The first time that he was like, "Oh, you're old enough now to sit on the back," and I almost fell off because I don't know. I was too comfortable, and I didn't think I needed to hold on. And I remember he took off, and I kind of grabbed the back of his shirt just in time. But I had my first bike when I was 14, and I immediately took it all over the place. And I went back and forth across country on it, and I eventually bought a BMW. The R1200C is probably my personal favorite bike, just because of how unique it is. It sort of somehow merged that very American cruiser kind of thing with the very sort of European engineering first kind of perspective. It was like the right and left brain were both just harmonized. I've loved all my bikes though, right? You can't be a biker and not love your bikes. I've had Suzukis and Triumphs and a Sportster. So if it's got two wheels and an engine, I'm in.
Our remaining new 2016 Harley-Davidsons have got to go. Warhorse has a deal you can't pass up. 0% interest for 100 months. There's never been a chance to enjoy your own personal freedom. Brand new bikes, full factory warranty, and 0% interest for 100 months. Not good at math? It means a $20,000 touring bike is only $200 per month. Need more info? Visit Warhorse Harley-Davidson in Ocala today. Better hurry to Warhorse Harley-Davidson in Ocala. This deal won't last long.
It's Game Over Cycles. The unbelievable tattooed motorcycle, the recidivist, comes to life.
Born to Ride is brought to you in part by 866 Law Friend. Ride safe, ride smart. Offices in Palm Harbor.
Born to Ride radio show every Tuesday night, 8 to 11 p.m. See it live streaming on BornToRide.com. Call in and be a part of the Born to Ride radio show. Studio line 813-756-6444.
Want to change your life forever in just 3 days? Learn to ride at Warhorse Harley-Davidson Riding Academy in Ocala. It's only 3 days, and with our 98% graduation rate, you are certain to succeed. Change the way people look at you forever. Tired of riding without a license? Get your motorcycle or trike endorsement today. Our class is fast and it's fun. And remember, active military and veterans can attend for free. Ride with confidence. Warhorse Harley-Davidson Riding Academy, Ocala, Florida, 352-732-2488.
Check out the all-new BornToRide.com with radio, TV, industry, adventure, events, magazines, social media, and much more. It's the all-new BornToRide.com.
I think bikers are really going to enjoy this project, and they should really tune in because the bike is kind of the fourth character, right? You've got the three main founders, but so much of this project was focused on the authenticity of these early bikes and watching them develop, right? It was very similar to how you would develop a character. I do a lot of writing, and as I was watching the bikes progress over a 36-year span, it was kind of like watching a person become a person, right? Watching them in their early phases. And there was one point when we were working with the VLs where I remember kind of looking back, you know, and they had some of the other bikes kind of off to the side that we weren't using anymore and kind of spread around. And I remember just kind of looking at this you know, almost like this conveyor belt of machines and seeing them become a recognizable thing, going from this sort of Frankenstein bicycle, you know, with an engine strapped to it, with no clutch, you know, no brakes, tension belt, suicide, you know, lever system, and then becoming the modern motorcycle. It really was like watching a great man sort of come into his own, except it was a machine.
What an engine you have there! How many horses does she have?
We estimated at 3, sir.
Quite a substantial machine, but there's your problem too. What the hell does that mean? How heavy is it?
About 140 pounds, give or take.
I'm sorry you can't participate.
I thought this was an open event!
Yes, but there's a weight limit. Safety considerations for others.
Oh, come on! You're making this up! You don't want us on the track!
Uh-huh.
You're afraid we'll win!
Keep this up, I'll have you ejected from the grounds!
You built this as an opportunity for upstarts, when it's really just self-promotion! You're a fraud, Mr. Hendy!
Multifaceted! Do you leave on your own, or do you need help from my boys?
It's okay. We're leaving.
Whoa! What? We're racing!
We're leaving!
What? No!
Good luck, Mr. Handy.
Such a shame. Those dirty bastards! This was never an opportunity!
Just push me off!
What? Push me off! Push!
Hey, watch it!
Some of the fun facts that I was really interested to discover along the way was, first of all, what these early machines were really like. Like I knew that most of them, the brakes were in different places, and you know they were suicide shifters. I didn't realize that a lot of them didn't have gears. The tension belt system on the early bikes that most of the early bikes were dealing with was fascinating to me as a biker. And really just wrapping my head around, you know, when you ride a motorcycle, everything's just so intuitive. You're just so used to things being where they're supposed to be. Wrapping my head around how all these early bikes were different from one another. There was no standardized system. You know, a lot of guys think they have these tidbits of like, well, you know, the first Indians were this way or that way, but there wasn't a standardized way of doing it. It was just sort of invention as you go. And so these guys were kind of figuring it out. They were like, well, the chains we have available to us aren't strong enough right now. And so they would, you know, take belts off the walls. Gas cans were like, you know, cookie tins and things like that they would epoxy shut. And I mean, just really just inventive. And discovering the early Merkles and you know, the early Indians and all those little distinctions were just really cool. that was probably my favorite part as a biker. Also the historical aspects, though. You know, the fact that Harley, you know, provided free classes to military men. You know, that was one of my favorite facts. I'm a big history fan. Yeah, behind the scenes, I'd say Rob Arameo, who plays Bill Harley, he was constantly keeping us laughing, right? So he has this way of impersonating people that's pretty much spot on perfect, and he would just nail everybody. You know, everyone's little eccentricities that you think are funny but you don't really point out. Rob would just nail them, and he would do it right before we would start rolling, just in time to screw us all up. Over the 4-month period, that was like the most consistent joy, I think, for me behind the scenes. Also, Mikkel was really focused on all the autobiographies he could get, and we would be just about to dive into something, and he would come in with this new fact and be like, guys, no, hold on, I just read this, and we've got to figure out a way to work it in. He would, you know, discover that they all wore their bottom buttons instead of their top buttons on their suits, right? And he'd be like, we have to. No, it's historic. We have to do it. And so we were constantly adapting at the last minute to get some little detail that just seemed really cool to him. And when he would share it with us, it would be really cool to us.
Our remaining new 2016 Harley-Davidsons have got to go. Warhorse has a deal you can't pass up. 0% interest for 100 months. There's never been a chance to enjoy your own personal freedom. Brand new bikes, full factory warranty, and 0% interest for 100 months. Not good at math? It means a $20,000 touring bike is only $200 per month. Need more info? Visit Warhorse Harley-Davidson in Ocala today. Better hurry to Warhorse Harley-Davidson in Ocala. This deal won't last long.
Jim Miller on the road to North Carolina, where he joins up with Neil Bailey as they visit the Wheels Through Time Museum, where we get up close and check out two truly antique motorcycles, a 1917 Henderson and a 1912 Harley-Davidson. Born to Ride is brought to you in part by 866 Law Friend. Ride safe, ride smart. Offices in Palm Harbor.
Growing up in the Black Hills of South Dakota, there was motorcycles everywhere. It is my saving grace. It is the one thing that keeps me going, is being on two wheels. People question it all the time. They're like, oh, I wish I could ride. I'm like, why don't you? I wouldn't say that I am a pioneer for women in motorcycling by any means, but I would like to say that I'm kind of paving a new path for what women are capable of. I mean, I'm honored to say that I am the Grand Marshal for the Sturgis Rally, and that's the first female ever in 77 years. When they chose me, I was like, heck yeah, let's do this. And to me, it's just a testament that girls can literally do anything. And with that being said, like, I want to open it up to as many girls as possible to come to the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. This will be the bike that I'm riding in Sturgis, so the Lowrider S will actually be the Grand Marshal bike of this year, and I'm super stoked about that. I'll be riding all the way from LA up to South Dakota. While I've seen the rally change massively over the years, it's changed in a healthy and positive way to just bring motorcycling to everybody's home.
Visit Warhorse Harley-Davidson in Ocala today.
Born to Ride magazine, the hottest, baddest, most popular magazine for the biker lifestyle. Hard-hitting, action-packed, up-to-date, real content, exclusive stories and interviews that always leave you wanting more. Local and national coverage that you can always count on. Born to Ride magazine can now be delivered directly to your door. Only $39.95 for 12 issues. Order now. Order now. 888-795-5779 or check out BornToRide.com. Born to Ride.
This was the 9th big twin in our history.
The motor and the powertrain is always extremely important to Harley-Davidson, and from a design standpoint, it was an awesome opportunity for Frank and the team. Willie basically walked the team down, looked at the wall of engines in the museum, and saw kind of an empty spot at the end of the line and said, if you do your jobs right, is to put something here that's worthy of the museum. What a great way to kick off the project.
What I'd like people to notice right away is maybe from that 100-yard view is that's got to be the next Harley-Davidson powertrain. So when you look at the air cleaner on the Milwaukee 8, it's pure drag racing imagery, right?
I have to say the first things that I reacted to were definitely the cylinder heads. I always looked at Evos and looked at twin cams and just wished that there was just a little bit more sculpture and a little bit more visual dynamicism happening up there. And this motor really delivers that in spades. And they really overemphasize the heads, and then the base of the cylinder is very narrow, like an athlete's back.
It looked muscular and powerful.
And I think that's what we're speaking to when we talk about the engine, visually spilling out of the motorcycle. At Harley-Davidson, it's about legacy and it's about legitimacy of what we're actually designing.
Brand new, all new front and rear suspension. It actually gives us better response in both comfort and control. We've got a toolless, intuitive, adjustable rear suspension. Once the saddlebag's off, there's a turn dial adjustment, so you can adjust your preload depending if you're riding with a passenger or not.
That new double bending valve in the front keeps that front tire on the road. You hit a bump, it not only responds up, but it puts it back down. That makes you feel like you're a king of the road. Best-in-class suspension with this really awesome powertrain. What you have is a confidence-inspiring ride. It's still Harley, but yet it feels so much more refined.
Our remaining new 2016 Harley-Davidsons have got to go. Warhorse has a deal you can't pass up. 0% interest for 100 months. There's never been a chance to enjoy your own personal freedom. Brand new bikes, full factory warranty, and 0% interest for 100 months. Not good at math? It means a $20,000 touring bike is only $200 per month. Need more info? Visit Warhorse Harley-Davidson in Ocala today. Better hurry to Warhorse Harley-Davidson in Ocala. This deal won't last long.
Everyone was right, I was born to ride.
Born to Ride is a multimedia marketing and promotional machine with TV, magazines, streaming radio, and internet advertising opportunities. There are tens of thousands of motorcycles. We reach the people who ride them. Born to Ride. Find out more at borntoride.com.
Just one look, and you know it's a Harley-Davidson. Just one ride, and you feel the power. The evolution of the Harley-Davidson motor from 1909 to the all-new Milwaukee 8 is here, pushing the limits of freedom. Test ride a new 2017 and get the exclusive Harley-Davidson bandana. Experience the motorcycle that will take you to your legend at Warhorse Harley-Davidson Ocala.
Find us on Facebook, Born to Ride TV and magazine, the ultimate multimedia biker experience.
It's called the Milwaukee 8 because it has 4 valves per head. Gives us 50% more flow. Taking advantage of the 4-valve head, now you've got this system that goes from the intake, through the valves, out the exhaust. So the engine is brand new from top to bottom. New cases, new flywheels, new charging system. We put extraordinary measures into making sure that this engine sounded really refined. For us, it was really about acceleration.
Well, when you're talking 0 to 60, there's going to be about a 2 to 3 bike length difference. But when you're talking from like roll-on power, when you're going from accelerating, let's say 60 to 80 miles per hour, still there, we're going to be about 2 bike lengths ahead. It's very usable power through the whole range. It's just fun. It's the whole package.
Visit Warhorse Harley-Davidson in Ocala today.